Gianluca Vialli has died at the age of 58. Italian news agency ANSA has just confirmed the news. Vialli was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in 2017. He was given the all clear 3 years later, but was told last year that his cancer had returned. Most recently, we heard that he'd stood down from his role in the Italy FA to focus on his health. Now, he and strike partner Roberto Mancini, well, they helped Sampdoria to the greatest period in their history. He won so much in his career. The first Serie A championship in their history in 1991. He was the league's top scorer with 19 goals. The team also won 3 Coppa Italias and the World Cup as well in 1990, scoring both goals in a win over Anderlecht. They narrowly lost in the European Cup final in 1992 to Johan Cruyff's Barcelona 1-0. Now, he had 8 seasons at the club. He played over 300 games, 141 goals. He then moved to Juventus shortly after that, and that was for a world record transfer at the time of £12.5 million. And he won the UEFA Cup in his first season, playing alongside the likes of Roberto Baggio, Pierluigi Casiraghi and Paolo Di Canio. He had a disappointing second season, but returned to form in 1994-95 season with 17 goals. Juve winning the league, Coppa Italia and runners-up in the UEFA Cup. He finished his time in Turin by captaining Juve in the Champions League final as they beat Ajax on penalties. Now, age 32, he moved to Chelsea. And that was in 1996. It was on a free as Ruud Gullit rebuilt the club. He won an FA Cup in his first season, although he fell out with Gullit over a lack of playing time and only a few minutes on the pitch as a late substitute. But when Gullit was sensationally sacked in February 1998, Vialli became player manager there. First Italian to manage in the Premier League, in fact, he was. Chelsea. Now, they were already in the semi-finals of the League Cup and the quarter-finals of the European Cup, Winners' Cup, and went on to win both competitions. Now, his first full season, they beat Real Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup and competed for the Premier League title, eventually finishing third. It was actually their best finish since 1970. Now, he'd go on to win the FA Cup against Aston Villa in 2000, but was actually sacked after just 5 games. The following season, he'd managed once more, taking over at Championship side Watford, but left after a year. He'd go on to work in the media with our colleagues at Sky Italy before taking a role with his good friend Mancini with the Italian national team, helping them, of course, to that win at Wembley over England last year. OK, he decided to remain living in London. He was married to an English woman. In 2018, he revealed he had overcome this year-long fight with pancreatic cancer. He was given the all clear back in April 2020, but earlier this month, Vialli announced he was stepping down from his role with Italy after the cancer had returned. We learnt that just before Christmas time. His family, we know, were going to meet him and be by his side whilst he was struggling yet again. He achieved so much in football. He's one of 9 footballers to have won the 3 main European club competitions and the only forward to have done so. He's also the only player in European football history to have both winners and runners-up medals in all 3 main European club competitions. He's also the 10th highest scoring Italian in all competitions with 275 goals. Well, let's have a look at this career record. He began his career in 1980. This was at his hometown club, Cremonese, getting them promoted to Serie B before moving in 1984 to Sampdoria. There, he formed a great partnership and friendship with Roberto Mancini. After 8 years at Sampdoria, where he won 6 major trophies and got to a European Cup final in 1992, he moved for a then world record fee to Juventus, where despite heavy competition, he did remain an important player, top scoring in a double winning season and captaining their 1996 Champions League. The very next day, he became one of the earliest beneficiaries of the Bosman ruling, joining Ruud Gullit's Chelsea on a free transfer. 2 years in at Chelsea, he surprisingly replaced Hullet as player manager before retiring to concentrate on being a manager in 1999. Now, he spent 2.5 years as a Premier League player, first under Ruud Hullet and then managing himself, scoring 21 goals in 58 games and 11 in 58 games, with 11 assists, I should say, there as well. His stats really are quite remarkable. The highlight of his Premier League career came in August 1997. Many of you will remember this, a 6-0 win at Barnsley, becoming the first Chelsea player to score 4 goals in a Premier League game. So we're just breaking the news to you that Gianluca Vialli has sadly passed away at the age of 58.